Hey everyone, it's Mr. Rosenberg. For this video, we're going to be talking about Chapter 8, Section 3, which is multiplying monomials and polynomials, with the objective being to multiply two binomials or a binomial by a trinomial. So first, let's talk about multiplying polynomials by monomials. All right, but I want to do a quick review first. So remember, a monomial, that is a real number, a variable, or a product of a real number and a variable with whole number exponents. And here are some examples of monomials. All right, so 18z, negative 4x squared, and even a over 3. Right, all of these are either real numbers, a variable, or a product of a real number and a variable. And then a polynomial, well, that's just a monomial, or it can be a sum of monomials. Right, so if we took all of these terms and added them together, or added and subtracted them, then it would become a polynomial. And here's an example of another polynomial. We have 3x to the fourth plus 5x squared minus 7x plus 1. Right, remember, this polynomial is made up of monomials. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 different monomials in that polynomial. So now let's talk about multiplying those polynomials by monomials. When we do that, it's very similar to what we've been doing basically this whole year in math. All we have to do is use our distributive property. Right, so for example, if we take a look here, we have x times x plus 3. So we want to use our distributive property here. Right, so what we'll do, we have to distribute this x to everything inside the parentheses. So first we have to do x times x, right? X times x, that equals x squared. And then we have 3 times x plus 3 times x, and that gives us 3x. So we distributed, and we got x times x plus 3 is equal to x squared plus 3x. And that's how we do it. We're just using that distributive property. Now let's do it again for this down here. Right, now we have, instead of a binomial, we have a trinomial. Right, so we have negative 2x times 4x squared minus 3x plus 5. So again, we're just using that distributive property. First we have negative 2x times 4x squared. So we have negative 2x times 4x squared. And now remember, this is multiplying powers of the same base. So for this, we want to multiply the coefficients first and then multiply our bases. So we do that, and that becomes 8x to the third. Now let's distribute that negative 2x to our negative 3x. Right, so that is negative 2x times negative 3x. And again, we're going to do the same thing, multiply our coefficients first. So negative 2 times negative 3, that gives us a positive 6. And then we have x times x, well, that gives us x squared. Now we're going to distribute to our last term of the trinomial. We have negative 2x times 5. Right, there, all we have to do, multiply together, that gives us, so if we did negative 2x times 5, we multiply this negative 2 times 5, that gives us a negative 10x. And now all we have to do is basically combine these, right? Combine these into one trinomial, and that would give us 8x cubed plus 6x squared minus 10x. And there we go.